All right, y'all. So it's official. TikTok is officially about to be banned or is already banned, depending on when you watch this video. So, um, shout outs to all my TikTok creators who have made their money on TikTok. I want to encourage you to use this opportunity to see this as starting something new. It is so in line with what's going on in these fires right now in Los Angeles. And this is not to make light of that situation. I know it's very serious. Hey, I understand. But when things like this happen, and just check out the metaphor in that. These fires are happening, and yes, it's terrible. So it's getting rid of a whole lot of stuff. But it's now an opportunity to also rebuild and start anew and start fresh. And it's the same thing with this TikTok situation. Content creation is like one of the top ways to make money right now on the internet. As we see, there's a lot of people who are, this whole YouTube on easy mode thing, which is another video I got to create. A lot of people want to be content creators as a way to be creative and to make money doing what they love, and I get it. And TikTok has given a lot of people an opportunity to do that. So now it's like, okay, well, shoot, it's getting taken away. Now what platform do I use? Well, I want to tell y'all, it's plenty of platforms out there. Of course, thankfully, we still got YouTube. We still got Instagram, but there are a lot of other apps and digital outlets out there on the media that a lot of people just ain't been tapped into yet, or just haven't been put on hype the way that they probably should be. And one of the ones is Vimeo. Vimeo been around for a long time, and I've never understood why people are just like not on that. Every time I go on there, it's just like, it just feels like there's never nearly as much wave or hype around Vimeo as there has been around YouTube and other streaming platforms. So I want to encourage you, if TikTok has been your main source of income, your main source of creative outlet, hit up Vimeo. There's also a website called micdrop.com. That's where one of my content creators that I watch, Christ Forgiveness Ministries, when YouTube took his channel down because they didn't like the stuff that he was putting up, he had to find another avenue. And so he came across, I think it was through somebody that he knew, this website called micdrop.com. And it's basically the same concept. You record yourself and then you upload it on the internet. And then, of course, the ones that I already mentioned, like Instagram, the ones that are already here. I've never been a huge Twitter fan, so I don't know how wide that range is in terms of like how to like utilize long form content. But the bottom line of this video is to encourage you, to let you know that it's not over just because TikTok is not in existence anymore or is banned. And who knows, like, we don't know, it could be banned for a year or for a season, and then they could revitalize it and then put it out years later. Or the creators could just revamp it and call it something else a couple of years from now. We don't know. Here's a thought. Why don't you create your own app or your own digital platform where people can come and create content on your site or on your content creation platform? This is just, I've learned as I've gotten older, and I want to encourage y'all to do the same thing. When things like this happen, see them as opportunities to start over. And Walt Disney is, like, despite of all the personal stuff that I've heard about him, he's one of my biggest inspirations. And I encourage you to just like listen to some of his story in terms of his come up and how he created Disneyland and like the whole Disney empire that we all know. Like, he was about to lose it all. Right before Snow White came out, he had to basically put his trust in what he had. He had to believe in what he had, and he had to go to some banker who previewed the movie, and the banker who had the money was the one that was like, yeah, I think this is gonna be a hit, so I'll give you the rest of the money that you need. But like, it was plenty, and then thus we have what we have today. But it was plenty of times when Disney was like, had no money, or it looked like the company was about to lose it all, but then he created something else, or he just thought outside the box and did what he had to do to create as much opportunity for himself that he could. And so this is an opportunity to create. When you lose jobs, when things get taken away from you, and even back in the day, years ago, when YouTube had that whole, I think it was called like the adpocalypse, where people was starting to get demonetized because YouTube was starting to crack down on censorship, and it is basically what it is today. There was a time when YouTube wasn't as sensitive as it is now. You could say certain things, you could talk about certain things without getting flagged. For the content creators who just love to curse, every other word is the F word. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a time where they could do that and still make money. But YouTube changed the game up and was like, okay, look, if y'all want to utilize this platform, you can, but this is what you got to do. And a lot of people lost money. A lot of people was tripping because they were like, why are you changing the game? Why are you But you know what creatives do, and you know what entrepreneurs do? People who just figure it out and find a way to get stuff done that they need to get done. That's what they do. They sit down and they figure it out. They create a way to make what is happening, make it happen for them. And so, again, I don't want this to come across as like, oh, sure, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I built so much money. I made so much money off of this platform. Trust me, y'all, I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to have things taken away from you that was like your bread and butter. And this doesn't just apply with TikTok. This applies with when you lose a job, because I got another update video about that. But when you lose a job, when you don't get that job, when you don't get that, for my dudes out there, when you don't get that girl, for my ladies out there, when that dude doesn't ask you out, it's just like, see it as making room for the thing that is really supposed to be in your life. And again, see it as an opportunity to start something new and to invite something new and to create something new in your life. This is an opportunity to grow. And I want to say, it may take like only a few people may jump on this new opportunity to do something else. I want to encourage my few people who come across this video to be that person. Be that 1, 2, 3rd person that really takes this and runs with it. Because most of the time, it only takes one. It only takes a few. But it starts with you. It starts with you. The person who's going to come across this video and the person who doesn't even come across this video. The person who has it in them just to keep going and to keep thriving, to be creative, keep striving to be creative. Because that's another thing. Let me just go on a little rabbit trail real quick. Real creatives have a need to express. Real creatives, real artists, real people who want to give, real entrepreneurs, there's a need in them that they just have to get out. If they really believe in a product, let's just take my business owners, they really believe in a product, they're not going to let one contract or one client, one super